What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to the newest episode of Realistic Rebuilds as part of the 12 rebuilds of Christmas. If you haven't seen any of the other days, go check that out right now. But, you know, this is a really popular rebuild for some reason. I'm not particularly sure why, but the Jags, okay. Well, what we know about the Jacksonville Jaguars in terms of Madden is usually Blake Bortles ends up being one of the top quarterbacks, so we're not going to move on from him. I'm going to take advantage of the cheese there. And the rest of the roster is really good. I mean, you have some veterans on the defense. You could certainly work here, as you can see. Offensive line, we really only have two guys, maybe three in AJ Cann. I have seen him on an occasional rebuild go up into the 80s. But we absolutely need a left guard and a right tackle. You need to get Mercedes Lewis replacement at tight end. Outside of that, I mean, wide receivers are good. You got Robinson, Marquise Lee, Allen Hurns. You got D.D. Westbrook. You have Fournette, who's already 88 as a rookie, so he's going to probably go up into the high 90s. I've seen him win the MVP a couple times. Defensively, secondary is elite. Ramsey's good for the rebuild. Bouye is in that perfect prime age. Like, these are our corners. They have a bunch of salary cap still. The only annoying thing I would say is this little Ngakoue Fowler kind of move. I really ideally would like to move Calais Campbell into D tackle. But then who do you get rid of here? Darius is an 88. Jackson's an 87. You have Avery Jones who's an 82. This defensive line is absolutely insane. So what I've actually done is I put up Calais Campbell on the trade block just to see what we could get, because I would still feel comfortable having Ngakoue on left and then moving Fowler to right. And if we can get something crazy for Calais Campbell, who is the highest overall on the roster with a 95, I might have to make that move because he is 31. I have seen him play in year 5 of the rebuild, so I have no qualms about keeping him, and it's got to take something insane for me to move on from him. But we'll see what happens. We'll test the waters there a little bit. Linebacking core, solid. We'll probably have to get Paul Leslie's replacement. He's like 32, but Telvin Smith is an 89 in his prime, and Miles Jackson to year 2 with a 79. Gibson is one of those fringe type players in terms of age. You might have to move on from him. I'm not exactly sure. And Barry Church, 100%. He's like 30. So when you look at the defense, really getting a middle linebacker and a strong safety is pretty much all we're going to need to do. So this is going to be one of the easier rebuilds. That being said, I mean, maybe put the challenge on that we have to win the Super Bowl at some point. We haven't won the Super Bowl, and I believe in a couple rebuilds. So we're putting the onus on ourselves. So a couple players threw up on the trade block. I don't expect... Oh, I also threw up Chris Ivory on the trade block just to see if we can get some value here for a really old running back. I'm expecting that by year 3, we're like, there's a chance we should make the playoffs year 1. All right, there's no lying about that. But I say by year 3 we win the Super Bowl. This should be a quick one, hopefully. So with that being said, yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so quickly looking at these trade offers for Calais Campbell. Nothing that great. I mean, first, it was gonna have to take a first round, like a first and a second, or a first and a player. And I haven't really seen a whole lot of trades like that ever come up. So look, a third and a 7, that's a slap in the face. Some depth guard. Oh my god. These trade offers are brutal. So, like I said, first round, first and a 6. I mean, I would say for me to move on from Calais Campbell, I'd need a first and a second, or a first and a player. And we did not get either one of those things, so Calais Campbell staying right here. As in real life, in the 2017 season, he very well might be the defensive player of the year. So we're not going to move on from that. You're staying on the team here, Calais. So here we are at contract time in year number 1, and really the only two we want to look and bring back is our 2 starting wide receivers, Allen Robinson and Marquise Lee. Make sure we're going to get Robinson locked down first, because I think he is the better one. Plus, he is a year younger. But Marquise Lee has been very serviceable. I mean, it's one of those things, if he wants to be an ass and take too much money, we still have D.D. Westbrook. That certainly can probably develop into a legit starting wide receiver here. Of course, we have Allen Hurns, so he's really kind of rough-looking contract, but... resigning Marquise Lee and Allen Robinson is a priority. Paul Lesley, he's a little bit older. I think we should let him hit free agency, even though he's not too expensive. I think we've scouted a couple good middle linebackers. Same goes with Colton. He's just depth. So, yeah, we'll grab these 2 guys, and we will enter into the postseason. Hopefully, make the playoffs. All right, so here we are at the end of the season. We made the wild card 10-6, which is kind of, you know, on the similar trajectory that the Jags are in real life. Maybe not 10-6. Maybe they'll finish a little bit better than that. But in terms of playoffs, that's not too bad. So let's see how our team did here. So we runners-up in the AFC South. Did we have the Titans open up? There we go. The battle of the AFC South to open up the playoffs. Taking a look at the stats from the, again, Blake Bortles is, I don't know what it is, but he's a phenom in this. 4,900 passing yards, 34 TDs, 18 picks. That is completely acceptable. We got almost 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns from the rookie Leonard Fournette. That very well could be a Offensive Rookie of the Year award. As far as receiving is concerned, we got 88 catches, 1,000 yards, and 2 TDs for Allen Hearn, 750 and 6 from the old man Mercedes Lewis, 1,408 from Allen Robinson, 1,213 from Marquise Lee. We were able to both re-sign these two gentlemen. Looking at the defense real quick, 124 tackles for Paul Posluszny, 2 sacks, and 5 interceptions. Maybe we should re-sign him. We should get old man Posluszny back. 17 sacks from Yannick Ngakoue, who's really, really underrated. We got 9 sacks from Malik Jackson, 9 from Calais Campbell, 7 from Marcel Darius. We got 5 picks, Paul Posluszny, 4 Jack, 4 for Ramsey, 1 for Telvin Smith. Only 1 for AJ Bouye, which is a little bit odd. I think he has 6 picks in real life right now with 3 games remaining. But, yeah, I'll take this. I'll take this. Let's see the awards here real quick. We clear up. MVP went to Drew Brees, with Blake Bortles coming in number 8. Coach of the Year went to Sean Payton. Oh, come on. No Doug Marrone. All right, Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC went to Brady, but Blake Bortles coming in at 6. Defensive Player, what the Paul Posluszny? Maybe we need to re-sign him. We'll take. I'm going to try to bring him back just for 1 more year. Might as well. You can't let the Defensive Player of the Year walk, considering he only won like a $5 million deal. And Yannick Ngakoue coming in at number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Sean. What? How do these guys have better than a 15 touchdown season for Leonard Fournette coming in at number 3? Getting robbed here. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Chase Allen on the Dolphins. Okay. A little bit surprising there. But anyways, it is time for our first little playoff push. Because it's year 1, we're just going to play the moments. Hopefully, we can get the job done. So get ready here to take on the 11-5 Tennessee Titans. I feel confident in the battle of the AFC South. All right, here we go. The battle of Blake Bortles versus Marcus Mariota. Who can get the job done? Like a back and forth defensive battle here to open up the game. I feel like our defense can't control this Tennessee Titans team. This is kind of actually solving a question right now in real life. Who is the better team? The Titans or the Jags? They really go head to head in the South. 7-3 up for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Looks like our defense is really controlling the game and putting our offense in good positions. 14, and they hold the Tennessee Titans to 2 straight field goals. And then we had to settle for a field goal, it looks like here. But 17-6 as we enter the second half, and this defense just smothering Marcus Mariota. Oh my God, 24-9. I mean, they had a chance here, but it's looking like this is going to be, the nail in the coffin on this drive. 31-9. That's it, man. This Jacksonville Jaguars team is rolling to the AFC divisional round. Oh, that touchdown right there, that was just disrespect. That was just absolute disrespect. We probably could have closed that game out, kicked the field goal. No, we're going to run the score up here against the Jags. As we get the job done, 38-17. It looks like Fournette went off. Not a whole lot there from the QBs, but Leonard Fournette, 148 yards and 4 touchdowns. Good God, he is a manimal. All right. Leonard Fournette is going to carry us to a Super Bowl here, I guess, in year 1. This is going to be the shortest realistic rebuild you've ever seen. Let's jump into the AFC divisional round. All right, so here we are in the division round taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're really going to see if Leonard Fournette can carry us to a title because it always seems like Le'Veon Bell gets about 30 touches for 900 yards. Looking pretty good here. Oh, kicking field goals. Both these teams 7 fields. I would feel like if some team can stop the Steelers' offense in a sim, it would be this Jags defense. That's looking kind of like the case here. But we're settling for field goals while they're getting touchdowns, which is certainly a little frustrating. Get a damn touchdown. Come on. We've been there 3 times, and you're not going to beat the Steelers yourself for 3 field goals and 3 red zone attempts. Oh, my God. Get a touchdown. For God's sakes. We can't. We straight up can't. We went for it on 4th down. We cannot score a touchdown on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's not going to happen. We got a touchdown at the end of the game. It didn't matter. We lose 23-20 in the divisional round. That is what happens when you cannot score a touchdown for the life of you and have to settle for field goals drive to drive. Blake Bortles had a terrible showing. There's a good battle there between 2 running backs. Defense showed up, I guess. But that is very, very frustrating. 3 straight red zone attempts, 3 field goals. Completely unacceptable for this team and the standard I hold of them. So that means we're going to at least year 2. We get a draft to try to do and build this team up, especially on the offensive line. See what we can do. All right, here is our draft recap. In terms of free agent, which you didn't see, we just straight up signed Will Lutz, the former Saints kicker, and re-signed Paul Posluszny. Outside of that, it was a really bad draft class, or free agent class, but the draft class, hot start, terrible finish. This might be the worst 3 final picks of a draft we've had in any rebuild, but we got the 75 Garrett there in the second round. In the first round, we needed to get a tight end to replace Mercedes Lewis, who retired. We got an 81 overall normal, so I mean, not perfect. The normal depth traits kind of average. Well, we got Mike Gesicki from Penn State, debatably the top tight end in this year's draft class, along with, the likes of Troy Fumagalli, Dallas Goedert, and, of course, Mark Andrews. So we definitely are going to be happy with Mike Gesicki, who's a juicy 81 overall. And then in the third round, we got this corner that, literally didn't look so... I was just taking a flyer on him, to be honest with you. He didn't have any of, the token traits that you want. Turns out to be an 80 with normal dev traits. So we made him Anthony Everett, the corner from Alabama. One of the things about this guy, though, is that he might, the stats, anyways, might not necessarily line up with the Anthony Everett prospect, but he looks like he might be able to play safety, so keep an eye on that, once Barry Church starts to slow down a little bit. But an 80 overall corner in the third round, that is as good of a value as you've probably seen in a rebuild. But the fact that we hit on 2 80s, thank you very much. It kind of makes up for the slow finish to the draft, but I'll absolutely take that as it's time to get into year number 2. So entering year number 2, this team is looking better. We definitely know sometimes it's not the case. From year 1 to year 2, we're a better team. But Blake Bortles from an 80 to an 83 for Nets, now in a 90. Wide receivers stay roughly the same, but Marquise Lee's up to an 87. I believe it was an 85. We take a little bit of hit on the tight end spot. I think Mercedes Lewis was an 87, but now we have the rookie Gesicki, who's an 81. Better long-term for sure. As far as the rest of it, I mean, Cam Robinson's up to an 81, but other than that, we still need help on the offensive line. Of course, the time I need to draft offensive line, we can't find a single good prospect. I mean, I can't complain. I got an 81 tight end and an 80 corner in the draft, but really need help on pretty much all facets of the offensive line outside of center and left tackle. The defense is looking absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. A's everywhere in the front, B's everywhere in the back for the most part. I hate that middle linebacker takes into consideration the 2 guys. It should just be the top guy, and that is the reigning defending defensive player of the year. That's now 77. I mean, Miles Jack's not developing as well as I would expect. I know we could do the cheese and probably flip him to strong safety at some point, but I really would like to keep him as an outside linebacker. I feel like moving him to strong safety, I don't know. You're not really getting any further ahead with that. But either or, our defense still is terrifying, and I fully expect us really to make the playoffs every year of this rebuild until we can hopefully bring home a Super Bowl. So let's pop into year number 2. We'll stop at the midseason point and talk about contracts if need be. And if not, hopefully we can get to back-to-back postseason berths. So looking at contract time, now I'm starting to see why Dante Fowler is continually a free agent, because Yannick Ngakoue is a manimal. We got TJ Yell. There's a couple like AJ Can maybe, but I still feel like, you know what, we'll re-sign AJ Can. Okay, he'll be a guy. That's not that bad of a deal, just because we don't have a replacement yet. But Blake Bortles is the dude. We have to bring back Blake Bortles. We're sticking with him because he's just a Madden sim god. Other than that, we still have decent cap, probably around 20 million or so, that we can hopefully land a nice free agent in the off season. Here we go, season end, year 2, back-to-back playoff appearances. Gonna have to go the long road in the wild card once again. Is going to take on the 9-6-1 Cincinnati Bengals, 10-6 Jags. I will take that. Lots of pluses there around. We haven't spent the XP yet. Hey, look at AFC South title, 10-6. Suck it, Titans. Suck it. See it, our boy Blake. I mean, these numbers Blake Bortles puts up are outstanding. 4,400 yards, 37 touchdowns. I mean, the picks are a little annoying. But the fact that he's continually throwing 35-plus touchdowns, I can certainly get behind that. First rushing is concerned, 1,200 yards and 19 each from Fournette. A little bit of a step back from the year before, but that is still really good production from your starting running back. For receiving, we got 93 for 890 and 4 from Marquise Lee, 1,210 from Allen Robinson, 1,214 from Allen Hurns. Allen Hurns was like one of the guys I was really, really worried about on this offense just because his contract is kind of ugly. But as long as he puts up those numbers, man, I am perfectly fine. We got 602 from the rookie Mike Gesicki. I'd like that maybe be a little bit higher. The defensive side of things, 127 tackles for Talvin Smith, 119 for Paul Posluszny. We got 13 sacks, Calais Campbell, 11.5 Marcel Darius, 7.5 Ngakoue, 5 from Malik Jackson. And on the interception front, 5 picks to Sean Gibson, 5 from Jalen Ramsey, 3 from Barry Church, 2 for Bouye, 2 for Everett, and 1 for Paul Posluszny. Defense is still very much elite. A quick look here at the yearly awards. MVP went to Tom Brady. Blake Bortles coming in at number 7. Coach of the year went to McAdoo. Grow up. Offensive player of the year went to Tom Brady, with Bortles coming in at number 5. For defensive player of the year, Von Miller got it. And not a single player on our team got nominated. It's a little frustrating. Offensive rookie of the year, Mike Gesicki coming in at number 4. And for defensive rookie of the year, Voorhees Stevens. Great name. Great name. Anthony Everett coming in at number 2. I like to see that. Both my guys getting some respect. So again, because it's year 2, I mean, we're going to let the sim take its toll, depending on what happens. Game froze because this game, I hate this game so much. But yeah, we're going to pop in. We'll play the moments for this playoff push, and we're not really going to get any gameplay unless, we're in a year 5 and it's time to, daddy on these folk. Here we go in the wild card once again against the Cincinnati Bengals. We're going to need defense to step up big. Looks like they already got a turnover to their name. They're down. Hey, touchdown. All right, 7-zip here. Offense is stalling a little bit. We hold to a field goal. Come on, it's the Bengals. They cannot win a playoff game. Okay, we're not going to be that. We're not going to be the butt of the joke there. Come on. Come on. Come on. The red zone. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. 14-10. I would imagine Leonard Fournette's having himself a pretty good game. Come on. Come on. Bend, don't break. Bend, don't break. There we go. That's bend, don't break to a T. Hold to a field goal, make a big stop here, and our defense is falling flat on their face. Oh, no. Come on. Fourth that. Come on. Come on. Oh, this is it. Oh! Back-to-back playoff appearances, back-to-back times we've been bounced in embarrassing fashion. Led for that 23 carries, 114 yards. Blake Bortles 162-1. We lost to the Bengals in the playoffs. What is this? It literally makes no sense. This Jags team, when you sim with them, they constantly go to the Super Bowl. But you know what? We're 2 straight playoff years. It could be a lot worse. Year 3 is going to be different. I feel year 3, Blake Bortles is going to be in the high 80s. You should take us to levels we've never been before. All right, so looking at free agency, I was so tested to do something. I don't know if I should. It feels like it'd be dumb because I have so much salary cap locked up. Marcus Peters is here, right? So we have Jalen Ramsey and AJ Bouye at corner. And what I have done at our safety spot is we moved Everett to free safety, who's an 82. He had 37,000 XP from last season. I don't know how he did that from the 3rd cornerback spot, but it was good enough to move him to free safety. Superstar Dev, he should be, into the high 80s. And then at strong safety, we moved to Sean Gibson, who's now an 83, only took a 1-point hit. But I mean, if we could somehow get Marcus Peters, so we move Jalen Ramsey to free safety, AJ Bouye and Marcus Peters would be our corners, and then, that would be the greatest secondary of all time. But I feel like we're going to need money to go elsewhere I don't know. It feels like, how much is it going to cost? It'd be the greatest second, because Jalen Ramsey doesn't even, I think he actually goes a point up at, that's just, I don't know. I'm not going to do it. That seems like too much money to gamble on our secondary. But it's the tagline of the greatest secondary of all time. AJ Bouye, 92. Jalen Ramsey, 95. Probably be a 95 there. I have a 90 corner Marcus Peters, who's only going to get better. How much cap do we have? We have 17. We signed him. Let's just throw our hat in the ring here. Oh my god. Okay, we're not gonna go. That's how we're gonna do it. If we miss out on him, so be it. If we can sign him at that deal, we could have the craziest secondary of all time. We have to do a little switching around. Let's just see what happens if we advance 1 week. If we get him, I don't know. I feel like we got Marcus. Oh my god, we have Marcus Peters on this roster. All right, greatest secondary of all time. That is terrifying. So what I'm just gonna do the draft, and then after that, I'll figure out the secondary, and I'll show you guys. But oh my god, try to throw the ball on us. See what happens. All right, so it's draft time after just the insanity that is our secondary. We're able to hit on a right tackle here, 78 overall, superstar dev trait. Finally, I've only ever had 1 or 2 offensive linemen that are superstar dev, and we badly needed a right tackle, so we made him Martez Ivy from the University of Florida. Always give a Gator boy some love. 71 guard in the 2nd round, 74 guard in the 3rd round, 72 DN in the 4th round. Nothing too special, but then here we go to get Papa's Leslie's replacement We got Kendall Joseph, a 79 quick dev linebacker. We made him Kendall Joseph from Clemson, 6 feet tall, 238 pounds. A little undersized, but luckily enough, I didn't have to modify. The prospect fit Kendall Joseph. Speedster, pure speed, adds to, the kind of undersized overachievers we have at linebackers right now in Miles Jack and Telvin Smith. So it really fits the mold. We got a 73 D tackle and a 75 fullback. So no all-stars. I mean, the first draft we had 2 80s, but in terms of overall draft class, we had like 3 players over 60 or below, or 70 or below in the first draft class, and none of those in this one, so I will take that, as well as landing 2 starters at big-time positions of need, because we have so much money allocated in the secondary. This is what we're going to need to do to hit on those other positions that we need to fill, because I don't foresee free agency being very fun for the remainder of this rebuild, but hopefully this defense shuts it down and we can win the Super Bowl here in year number 3. Alright, so here we go. Year number 3, feeling good, feeling great, feeling like we can make it 3 straight playoff appearances. Looking at our team, how things have changed in the offense, not a whole lot. Bortles up to an 85, Fournette's a 93. Wide receivers pretty much staying the same. Gesicki up to an 84. We have some new faces on the offensive line. Blevins, Searles, and Martez Ivy. But I feel confident that this unit here will stay together. They will develop. We got the offensive line XP bonus for Doug Marrone, the coach. So I feel like this offensive line, by the end of this year, they're gonna be like right there at the elite range that you need. Front 4 looking real good, 90s. Look at that, all A's, and Ngakwe, Darius, Malik Jackson, and Calais Campbell. Linebackers have Telvin Smith, Carl Joseph, and Miles Jack. And now we bring to you the best secondary we have ever had. Jalen Ramsey is a 93 free safety. We have Sean Gibson, 83, still respectable. But then on top of that, we got 92 AJ Bouye, we have 90 Marcus Peters, and we have 86 Anthony Everett. That is the best secondary, and they're only going to get better. Maybe Bouye might, regress a point or 2. But Peters is only going to get better. Everett's only going to get better. Ramsey's only going to get better. This is going to be almost the truest definition of, can a elite defense win you in the Madden sim? And we're going to find that out here today for year number 3. I would say my expectation for this season in reality is to at least make it to the AFC Championship once again. But knowing how Madden seems to work, anytime you have a team like this, it's like, oh, look, they went 8 or 7-9 or something crazy like that. So let's see at the end of the season, and hopefully back-to-back 3-peat post-season berths. All right, so looking at contract extensions, Jalen Ramsey, Yannick Ngakoue, and Miles Jack all need to come back, but that is a lot. That's over $115 million to bring all these guys back on long-term deals. And because we brought in Marcus Peters, we may have to make a tough decision here. Hopefully we re-sign all 3 of them. We'll say that. Let's see how much cap we have just before I start the negotiations. 13 million. Oh, we're only gonna be able to get 2 of these guys. God damn it. Ngakoue's not bad. 27 mil for that. This is gonna be tough. Year number 3, 3 straight playoff berths, even though they are in the wild card. 11-5, which is our best record we've had to date. Taking a look at a lot of pluses, which is pretty good. Maybe not so much around the offensive line, but we have a bunch of XP to spend. And we came 11-5, second in the AFC South. 14-2 for the Titans. Goddamn. Tennessee was going for it this year. Looking at how Blake Bortles did once again. Real good season. A's cutting down on the interceptions. 4,700 passing yards, 77 TDs, 11 interceptions. Rushing Leonard Fournette, almost 1,500 yards and 19 touchdowns. He's a monster, man. This guy's a straight monster. On the defensive front, Allen Robinson, 91 catches, 1,300 yards, 12 TDs. We got 803 from Marquise Lee. We got 1,109 from Allen Hurns, 908 from Mike Gesicki. That's a big year from him. And on the defensive front, let's see what we got. We got 119 tackles from Kendall Joseph, 117 from Telvin Smith. We got 11 sacks in Ngakouue, 9 Calais Campbell, 6.5 Darius, 6.5 Malik Jackson. And there we go, look at the secondary. 9 picks AJ Bouye, 5 for Kendall Joseph, 3 for Joseph, 3 for Peters, 2 for Everett, 1 for only 1 for Ramsey. It's not so hot, but this is looking really good. But here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually going to play this because we only have $1 million left. I think we have $2 million, sorry, of salary cap remaining, and this might be the year, because I know next year is when it comes to re-sign Leonard Fournette for sure. That's not going to happen. Next year when it comes to re-signing, I believe maybe my Fournette's the only one off the top of my head, but you know what? But either way, I feel like 3 straight years, might as well take this sim into our own hands. So we're going to control this playoff push. Doesn't mean we're going to win. I've lost my fair share of user-controlled games. But we're going to do it because I think 3 straight years of playoffs, this team is good enough to get the job done So let's pop into this wildcard matchup against the 9-7 Kansas City Chiefs. And actually, I suppose, before we do that, let's take a look at the award winners. MVP went to Aaron Rodgers. Surprise, Blake Bortles coming in at number 5. For Offensive Player of the Year went to Tom Brady. Blake Bortles coming in at number 2. We have Fournette at number 10 as well. Defensive Player of the Year went to Avery Williamson of those 14-2 Titans. Kendall Joseph, our rookie, coming in at number 3. AJ Bouye coming in at 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think we had anyone. Defensive Rookie of the Year, however, went to Kendall Joseph. Get his name out there. Maybe get a little bump to his development trait. But now we know we have the award winners. We know where we stand. We know it's time to lay the lumber on the Kansas City Chiefs. Good luck throwing on this team. All right, here we go. We're in the red zone. First and goal on the 3. This is Leonard Fournette's offense. It's been a while since we played. With both these guys, Leonard Fournette and Allen Robinson. Shout out to the Madden 17 Toronto Huskies. Let's see if we can go back to the Husky money play. This is general the money play. The C4 special strong toss. Come on, Leonard. Come on, Leonard. Let's get in there, buddy. Hardest guy ever named Leonard goes to Leonard. Oh, there's the difference. Someone asked me, what's the difference between Madden 17 and Madden 18? Right there. There you go. Guy gets tripped up, acts like he gets shot, forcing us to go to 3rd and goal on the 8. Oh, there you go. That is the best representation. Hey, what's the difference between Madden 17 and Madden 18? That. All right, what can we do here? Who wants it? Anybody want it? Who wants the ball? Anybody want the ball? You know what? We're going to take it off Blake Bortles. There we go, baby. 10-zip, halftime. Oh, come on, Allen Robinson. Oh, and he's a stud. Allen Robinson's an absolute stud. Might have to go down. It's my favorite Madden wide receiver since I've been on YouTube. Let's go. Oh, there you go. Allen Robinson. Oh, come on, man. How is, like, that tackle right there, whatever that animation is the most level one. Because no way. What is this, Michael Jordan from Space Jam? How is that guy's arm? Like, it seems like no matter what the defender is, they have, like, John Jones' 98-inch reach. They can always bring down that tackle. That's frustrating. First to go from the 6. Let's make that not matter. Throws it to Leonard Fournette. Too easy. Thank you very much. 17-3 lead. All right, we're just going to roll this one out. 24-3. Let the sim do the job. As we move on to the AFC divisional round after just this secondary looks absolutely sick. Blake Bortles, 166 yards to TD. Leonard Fournette, 97 yards. Allen Robinson showing out again. Next round, baby. Another one bites the dust. Oh, let's go Fournette. There we go. And the rematch of the team that bumped us from the playoffs last year, the Cincinnati Bengals, wearing the throwback unis when the Jags actually have some pretty decent colors. Leonard Fournette takes it all the way to house. 7-zip. Jags. That sounds kind of like Chris Berman there. Hire me, ESPN. Paid in Canadian dollars. Here we go, Allen Hurts. He's gone. Allen Hurts is gone. Oh, they bled on that play act so bad. That's what happens. You have a freaking Buick back there. A human Buick in Leonard Fournette. They bite on the play action. Allen Hurts takes that to the house. 14-3. This defense in this sim is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. And he's gone. It's just like that. The flick of the wrist. It's a great defense. We're back in the red zone. It's still first half. Let's end this one right now. I think 21-3. Insurmountable lead for this Bengal. This is a revenge game as well. We'll just... Oh my god. Take off. Get in there. For a timeout. We're still fine. 2-yard line. Let's fire up that Buick. Let's put in some premium oil. We're going to have this guy execute the C4 special like he's wearing a Toronto Huskies uniform. First time we try to do it in the first playoff game. All right. Pie on the face. This time, we know no reason there. Almost tripped up again, actually. Believe that. Fournette, once he got momentum, just driving in the bike lane. That's how much resistance was there. 21-3. We're just gonna sim this one out. 28-6. This Bengal team doesn't want none. We're proving who the superior cat is in the NFL right now. I don't think we're gonna see the Panthers, so I think there's no chance. As crap Marvin Lewis, can't believe it. Look at how we did on the day. 224 and 2 for Blake Bortles, 119 yards for Leonard Fournette. As your Jacksonville Jaguars are going to the AFC Championship ball game. Oh, you go. Oh my God, this damn shoelace tackle every play. In the battle of, like, two really good defense, we've had 2 terrible turnovers for Blake Bortles. We're still at 3-zip. Obviously, if the Baltimore Ravens make this far, it's clearly not because of their offense. They have a really, really good... We cannot run the ball. And every time we throw it, we're throwing interceptions right now. But we're up 3-zip, and we're about to go up 10-0. If I have anything to do with it. Oh, let's go, boys. You can make amends. Battle. All right, we're on timeout. We're on the 1. Leonard Fournette time. It's Leonard Fournette time. C4 special. We'll dial it up again as we're using these sick throwback Jags unis. Is that Leonard Fournette or Fred Taylor out there? I can't tell. Is that, I can't remember their quarterback. Byron Leftwich? Is that David Garrard? Is that John Henderson? Marcus Stroud? I'm just name dropping every Jag I remember. What the hell? This lackadaisical hut up to the line. Get out there, you bitch. And there we go. Leonard Fournette takes it in. GG no re. 10-zip. The Jags. 10-zip the good guys. We're just going to let the sim go, man. We're going to let this defense flex on them. It's 24 now. This defense, I don't think we've given up like a touchdown, it feels like. This whole playoff. And right there we did, of course. But this is the best defense we have built in any rebuild. Without a doubt, freaking Harbaugh cannot believe it. Blake Bortles 285-1. Fournette finished with 77 yards. The defensive battle for the most part. Oh, that's why they got to look. They don't have Joe Flacco anymore. This is Reed Buck. I don't know. But anyways, there we go. The Jacksonville Jaguars have punched their way into the Super Bowl because we have no salary cap, really. I pretty much destroyed this team's salary cap, but I think all Jags fans would trade a couple years of being competitive for just one Super Bowl, which is what I'm trying to do. So let's find out who we are taking on in the Super Bowl here in year number 3. We're rolling. We are here in the Super Bowl going up against the Minnesota Vikings, so you can only assume it's just back-to-back good defenses. I know the Vikings have Dalvin Cook, who does develop into be quite the monster here, but look at that. Oh, and he hurdles up. No more of that shoelace tackle nonsense. Go for the jump. Maybe that's what I need to do, but there we go. Opening drive. Well, not even open a drive. Opening score of the game comes in the second quarter for the Jacksonville Jaguars as we go up 7-0 over the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, those unis. Them sick unis. God, they're fire. Oh, let's go, Marquise Lee. Oh, take that to the house. They ain't got the speed like you, baby. USC pride. And he takes it all the way to the house as the Jags go up 14-3. Here we go. Picking up 1st and 10 at the end of the third quarter. I feel like any points at this point, they've set up for 2 field goals. Any points here should seal us the victory. But I think a touchdown is pretty much a force. All right there. Boom. Allen Hurts. All these wide receivers are monsters. Hearns, Lee, Robinson, AR-15, D.D. Westbrook. Does not matter. 24-zip Jags. Just give us a Super Bowl already. These Vikings don't want none. All right, we're just going to close. Look at this. 31-6. This is a body bag. There is a body bag as the Jacksonville Jaguars have done it. 31-6 over the Minnesota Vikings, and they have the first Super Bowl in their tenure. I think they've what? In their history, they went to one AFC championship back in like the Tom Coughlin days. I don't know, but of course we're throwing them in the old school unis, you know, the flashbacks, because their current jerseys are absolutely horrendous. I don't even think, personally, I don't even really hate their current jerseys. Just the helmet is absolutely the worst thing ever. It looks like a 6-year-old drew it. But there we go, as everyone's clapping hands, shaking. Look at Brandon Linder, good guy, Brandon Linder. We're gonna wrap it up as the celebrations go on in the background. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Realistic Rebuilds. I believe this is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 12 rebuilds of Christmas. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as always. If you want to help me try to grow during this period, have a nice little push towards the end of 2017, feel free to share these videos around. As your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of you. This should be coming out on the week of Christmas. Christmas Eve is a week, or Christmas should be a day from today. So that is a good day. Hope everyone gets everything you want. You know, socks, lots of undershirts, toothbrush. You know, those are token terrible gifts. As everyone up there is celebrating, getting ready to lift the trophy. All right, let's wrap this up right now. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, it's C4 saying stay tuned for tomorrow's rebuild, and peace out.